whatever you think about what level Conor Benn can fight at, Malik Scott feels like Conor Benn has the style to give anyone a problem. I would debate him like, okay, Ryan Garcia just had a big win against Barrios.
Ryan Garcia is a hell of a puncher. He's very explosive.
Dangerous hook.
Very dangerous. Everybody know that hook gonna knock a buffalo out. It's just the truth. It's just the truth.
Yeah.
He probably threw a hook more like mine anybody seen.
Yeah.
He got that one-punch shock on that left hook. Deadly. And then he understands how to throw it. So, yeah.
Ryan's the bigger star, obviously. You see social media following and all that, but in today's boxing landscape, Max, I think you can't have a so-called super fight without two A-sides.
Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn is quickly becoming one of those fights where opinions are completely divided. Some boxing experts believe Ryan's blazing speed and devastating left hook will be the deciding factors, while others feel Conor Benn's relentless pressure and punching power could eventually wear him down. That's exactly why this matchup has generated so much excitement, because both fighters bring dangerous but completely different styles into the ring. Eddie Hearn also shared his thoughts on a potential Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn showdown.
Conor Benn, Ryan Garcia seems like it's going to be announced. What do you make of that fight? And is there any sort of thing going on in the background with yourselves and Conor Benn?
Yeah, there's still a lot of legal questions that need answering, and we'll deal with that appropriately. But in terms of that fight, I think it's a good fight. I don't think it's a big fight in America. I think it's a big fight in the UK. Obviously, Ryan's a big star in America. Conor's not. Ryan's a bigger star in the UK than Conor is in America, and Conor's a big star in the UK. So, yeah, I don't think it's a fight that's going to do massive numbers, but I like the fight. I think it's exciting. I think at 147, Ryan's a big fight. I don't think Conor should be fighting at 147. I think, I like him up at 160 or up towards that.
Eddie Hearn's comments highlight why this fight is viewed differently depending on which side of the Atlantic you're watching from. In the United States, Ryan Garcia is clearly the bigger attraction. He has the massive social media following, the viral highlights, spectacular knockouts, and star power that naturally draws attention. In the United Kingdom, however, Conor Benn carries a different kind of appeal. Fans know his journey, admire his aggressive style, and recognize the legacy attached to the Benn family name. That's why Eddie believes the matchup may not be enormous in America, but has all the ingredients to become a huge event in Britain. When you combine Ryan's hand speed and explosive left hook with Conor Benn's nonstop pressure and aggression, the fight has more than enough drama to capture attention on both sides of the world. Roy Jones Jr. also understands why Ryan Garcia presents such a dangerous challenge for someone like Conor Benn. According to Roy, Ryan is the type of opponent you simply cannot lose focus against, not even for a single second. That's exactly what makes this matchup so risky for Benn, because his style revolves around pressing forward, applying constant pressure, and forcing exchanges. Against most opponents, that strategy works extremely well. But against Ryan Garcia, charging in recklessly could become a costly mistake. Roy believes Ryan doesn't need repeated opportunities to land something fight-changing. He only needs one clean opening. And if Conor Benn walks straight into that opportunity while pushing the pace, he could be giving Ryan exactly the shot he's been waiting for.
Fighter, he got great eyesight, he has great reaction time, he's gonna be a great fighter. He's gotta figure out how to use them feelings.
Regis Prograis also offered an opinion that wasn't particularly complimentary toward Conor Benn. He admitted he isn't fully convinced Benn has proven himself against elite-level competition just yet. From Regis' perspective, Conor Benn's reputation and popularity may currently be ahead of what he's actually accomplished against the division's best fighters. It's a tough assessment, but it also places even greater pressure on this potential matchup. If Benn gets the opportunity to face Ryan Garcia, he'll have the perfect chance to silence those critics and prove he belongs among boxing's biggest names. But if the fight ends badly for him, many people will argue that it confirmed exactly what they had been saying all along.
I think they played it, but I came back to the corner in like the first or second round. I said, he's not that good. I said, man, he's not that good. He don't hit that hard either. He's not this monster everybody talking about. He does hit hard, don't get me wrong. But he was like, I said, bro, he's not that good. He doesn't hit that hard. This guy is, I got it. I feel like, man, I got it. And I probably could have stepped up the pace, but at that time, bro, like I said, it was the first or second round. I was like, yeah, he not that.
Regis Prograis also made it clear that Conor Benn is far from an easy opponent for Ryan Garcia. In his opinion, Ben may not be the more polished or technically gifted boxer, but he possesses something equally dangerous, a relentless determination to prove himself. That kind of hunger can make any fighter extremely difficult to deal with, especially when it's backed by genuine punching power. Regis still views Ryan Garcia as the more skilled boxer because of his speed, timing, and explosive left hook. However, he also believes Conor Benn's pressure and powerful right hand could completely change the fight with one perfectly timed punch. That's why Regis doesn't expect a simple technical boxing match. Instead, he sees two explosive fighters with the ability to hurt one another, and he believes there's a very real chance the fight ends with someone getting stopped.
Hard to be the man that's possessed. It really is. You know, it feel like Conor Benn is possessed. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I look at him in his eyes, and you don't gotta be that. You don't gotta be that good, bro. You don't have to have that much skill when you possessed on something. You really, really want something you possessed on. You don't have to have that much skill. So I think Ryan does have better skill. Ryan is fast, big hook and stuff like that. But Conor has power, you know, and power can change everything, bro. You know, when you got power, one punch can change everything. So I think it'll be a very interesting fight. Like I said, I think that skill wise, of course, I lean more towards Ryan. But Conor's hungry. You know, it's hard to beat somebody that's hungry, that wants to be a champion. It's hard to beat them, bro. And it'll be, if they do make that fight happen, it'll be very interesting to see what'll happen with it. If I had to pick, I would think somebody would get stopped. I think it's, of course, in boxing it's possible, but I would think somebody would get stopped in that fight. Because both of them, I mean, Conor can punch. Ryan is fast. He can punch also. I think it could go a distance, but I think if I had to pick, I think it gets stopped. You know, Ryan is fast. He has a real good check hook. He's fast with that, but Conor has a lot of power in the right hand.
When Dana White was asked about Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn, his response made the situation feel even more significant. He confirmed that discussions are actively taking place and suggested an official announcement could arrive sooner rather than later. Comments like that immediately grab attention because this is no longer just another fantasy fight being discussed online. Ryan Garcia brings star power, elite speed, and genuine knockout ability. Conor Benn brings relentless pressure, aggression, and the kind of intensity that can turn any fight into complete chaos. If the matchup becomes official, it has everything needed to attract both hardcore boxing fans and casual sports viewers alike because the styles, personalities, and growing rivalry already make for an exciting storyline.
Position and philosophy is that any fight can be made. I mean, this is the business that we're in. I mean, even the guys that are bitching and crying and complaining and everything else, they run a business. They're involved in this sport to make money, and there are very small windows of opportunity. And when something happens that builds a fight, you have to capture that fight right there at the time and in the moment. So I don't believe that any deals can't get.
Jeff Mayweather offered a more balanced but equally honest opinion about Conor Benn. According to Jeff, Benn is receiving both too much hype and too little respect at the same time. He doesn't believe people are treating Benn like a fully proven elite fighter, but he also feels the money and attention surrounding him have created a level of hype that exceeds his accomplishments inside the ring. From Jeff's point of view, part of that attention comes from the Benn family legacy because Conor Benn's father, Nigel Benn, remains one of boxing's most respected figures. Carrying that famous surname naturally opens doors and keeps Conor involved in major conversations, even though Jeff believes he still has more to prove inside the ring. That raises an interesting question whenever people discuss Benn. Are they judging him based on his performances, or are they influenced by the famous name attached to him?
That Conor Benn is being overlooked or overhyped?
Probably a little bit of both. I mean,
I haven't really heard anyone hyping him.
Well, the thing is that...
Except Zupa paying him all that money for that one fight.
Well, that's enough.
That's overhyped.
That's hype.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and I mean, don't get me wrong, but I mean, he has... It's not necessarily his name. It's his dad's name.
Right. Nigel Benn.
That's actually, you know, putting him in these situations. So, I mean, he hasn't really done a whole lot.
Gareth A. Davies and Ade Oladipo also examined a possible Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn fight from another perspective. While they agreed the matchup would be exciting, they pointed out that everything depends on Ryan Garcia first getting past Mario Barrios. That's where uncertainty begins to enter the picture. They suggested Conor Benn could present serious problems for Ryan because of his relentless pressure and punching power. In fact, they sounded more confident about Benn giving Ryan major problems than they did about Ryan defeating Barrios in the first place. That makes the entire situation even more intriguing because while fans are already talking about Garcia versus Benn, Ryan still has a difficult challenge standing directly in front of him. If he falls short against Barrios, the Benn fight may never happen at all.
Conor Benn against Ryan Garcia if he beats Barrios.
You know, I almost feel like I'm more confident of Conor chinning Ryan, but I'm not so confident of Ryan beating.
Bernie also shared a straightforward opinion about Conor Benn potentially fighting Ryan Garcia for the WBC title. According to Bernie, Benn being linked to that opportunity says more about boxing politics than pure achievement. He doesn't believe Benn's recent victory alone was enough to earn a championship shot. At the same time, however, he pointed out that Ryan Garcia is also receiving a title opportunity despite coming off a defeat. That's exactly why Bernie described boxing as an unpredictable business. In his view, rankings and title opportunities aren't always determined by merit alone. Quite often, they're influenced by money, popularity, promotional relationships, and the amount of attention a fight can generate. Even so, when discussing the matchup itself, Bernie made his prediction clear. If Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn eventually meet inside the ring, he believes Ryan will come away with the victory.
You have Conor Benn.
Is that even possible?
Well, absolutely it's possible, but you think about this, he's fighting for the Zuffa belt. So, and Ryan Garcia is fighting for all the belts. He's fighting for the WBC, WBA, IBF. Conor Benn's with the Zuffa belts, the unicorn pink Zuffa belt. So who knows if we can make...
Make sure to check out our other videos showing on the screen.